Hi Josh, we're back with some more Minecraft. It is Witch Farm Day, so why don't we get over to the swamp and get started? Alright, we're going to start digging out this entire area, or lighting it up, depending on... we're right on the edge of a swamp, so we may not be able to dig out very much of it. But I'm going to try to prep this whole area for building a witch farm, so that we can turn it into an awesome gunpowder gathering resource, among other things. I'm going to try not to use any of the designs out there. I'm going to try to do kind of my own thing. So we'll see how much success we get there. But first, I'm going to start clearing this area out. So I just wanted to let you know what we're working on now, and I will give you periodic updates. We are making some serious progress in digging this out. There's still this entire hill and everything over here in these directions. But it's been pretty easy to clear a big chunk of the swamp out. I think I'm going to clear out that area over there, clear out that area over there, and then I'm probably just going to spend the entire evening digging. I've already worn out one of my shovels, and I went and made a second so that I wouldn't have to go back as often to replenish them. But it's election night, and I tried to stay at work an extra hour and a half, I think, tonight to distract myself, but it was too easy to just leave all the poll predictions and the press everything up on my screen, so that wasn't really doing the trick. So I just decided that I would come home and mindlessly dig for the entire evening. So solid progress, long way to go. Gonna distract myself, just dig everything out. Eventually, if I get tired of digging, I'll either light everything up or I'll flood it. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, it's nice to have just shulkers upon shulkers full of grass and dirt in case we need to do anything with it. And once we make a big, like a storage silo or a big bulk storage area, I can just dump it into chests and it'll just be there whenever we need it. So anyway, I'll update you again when we make more progress. So the original plan was to dig everything out in a big radius around this witch hut, but that got real tedious after a while, and so I decided to flood everything instead. I think I massively overkilled the amount of land I had to flood, because this is, I think, a minimum of about 120 blocks in almost every direction. I didn't flood like this stuff right here, dig it out. But I'm also going to be AFKing way up in the air, so I probably way overdid the flooding. However, it's security, so I feel pretty good about it. I just wish that this was all swamp biome so that you couldn't see such a stark difference. But I don't know. I guess it looks kind of cool. Anyway, I am going to try to build a witch farm now, and we'll see how that turns out. I don't actually know 100% how to build a witch farm, but I guess we'll find out if I'm capable of doing this without, a walkthrough or a tutorial or something. I think I'm out of room in my inventory. I guess I should clean this up a bit, huh? This whole digging and flooding thing has been really, really, really good for my wood stock. Unfortunately, it's all oak and birch, so it's a little limited. But we've got at least like a double chest and a half full of wood, so we're in pretty good shape for that. Anyway, I'll see what I can figure out insofar as designing some kind of witch farm. I'm probably going to build a dry perimeter around here so that I have space to work with, and then I think I'll just start experimenting. And if I find something that works, I'll let you know. I spent several hours playing around with witch farm ideas in creative, and I couldn't find anything that comes even close to comparing to the sliding floor design. So I'm going to do that. This is how it's going to look on the inside. The witches will spawn here, here, and down where that dirt is. I haven't put in the floor yet. But since soul sand is just, I guess, a pixel shorter than normal blocks, as the floor is pushed back and forth by pistons, they will get caught in between the trapdoors and they will stay still, but they will fall into that little pixel. They'll fall, from the surface of this block down a pixel onto the sand, and then when this block slides back, they'll fall through the floor. So I'm just going to dig that pit down there down, make a water trap that pulls them out, shoots them up into the air in a water elevator, and then drops them onto whatever area I decide to build the storage area. And I think I might build the storage area like directly on top of this platform. So I may end up removing this black platform. I made some black concrete, but I only had so much squid ink, so I could only make what's in this shulker box. I think 6 stacks. I need to do a lot more squid hunting and then make a whole lot more black concrete, and then I can make a nice tall black tower. And it's just going to be straight black. I'm not trying to make this fancy. I'm not planning on really seeing it from the outside because I don't plan on coming back to this flooded hellscape very often from the outside. I'm going to build a nether portal in the tower, and then I'm just going to use the nether to get back and forth because I am tired of flying over 2,000 blocks to get here. Just wanted to give you a status update. Interior is making sense. It's starting to come together. I'm going to install all the pistons and all of the redstone wiring. I figured out how to make a very simple clock that will push the pistons back and forth just using repeaters. There's nothing special about it, but it'll keep the floor shifting at all times. So whenever witches spawn in here, they'll drop down into the next level. The floor will down there will shift, they'll get dropped down to the next level, so forth and so on. They'll get shunted through a water drop into an elevator, go up into the sky, and then drop down onto a killing floor, probably up here, so I can just make it one self-contained tower. I'm thinking like the monolith from 2001, so I don't know. There's no lore behind this. I'm not world building here. I'm just trying to make a functional witch farm where I can get basically endless supplies of glowstone and gunpowder and all the other things. I don't really need the string, but whatever. I'll make myself a nice auto sorting mass storage system up there because we'll have not a ton of room. This is only a 9x7 footprint, but it'll be big enough, I'm pretty sure, to make a decent storage system. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, so I've been working on the exterior of this witch farm, and I just haven't poured water over this concrete powder yet because, as you can see, I've got so much more to lay. I want to make this thing all the way up to where the tower is going to drop them. So this is the water tower. Witches need to fall 30-something blocks to die, so I made it 40 blocks above this platform, which I placed 40 blocks above the top of the farm. Hopefully it's high enough up in the air that most stuff around here will stop spawning, but I'm pretty sure this sheep is eternal. It refuses to despawn no matter how far away I get. Yeah, I know. You're just here forever, staring at me with those stupid eyes. I'm still working on collecting ink sacs. Fortunately, there's a river that runs right through here, but I've been getting plenty of squid ink. But I have to finish building the outside, and we're sinking. And then I want to decorate the platform and build the storage containers. So I'm going to have the witches drop right on that platform, right above that platform. And then all their bits are going to go into auto-sorted chests. I'm going to show you that once I build it. But the inside hasn't changed at all, and I have to fix that. Anyway, the inside didn't change at all. I just made a collection system and brought it down to water tube. I have to put kelp in, I have to put water and kelp in there to make that a vertical column. I didn't want to do that and then have witches like dumping on me as I was hanging out here. Anyway, we got more work to do there, but I got tired of hunting squid just nonstop. So I took a bit of an interlude in the nether. I was, okay. That was so fucking loud. I hope that wasn't too loud for you. I ran out of materials, so the hallway's not finished, but I made a hallway that goes straight shot from the witch farm back to base. Let's see if I can get this. Ha! Nailed it! Okay. Anyway, it goes straight from the witch farm back here to our first nether portal that goes back to the base. And I'm going to finish decorating it. I already put in the shroom lights. I don't believe the light level ever drops below 9 in here. So, got... Ow. Oh. Oh. That was scary. I thought I was going to die. Anyway, I need to get a lot more black stone. I'll probably just trade it from the piglin. I don't feel like going out and mining for hours. As you can see from this pickaxe, I've dug out quite a lot of netherrack already. I got the floor laid, I got the shroom lights in the ceiling, and I've got most of one wall done. So there's just as much work still to be done here, but at least now I don't have to get lost in the nether every single time I want to get to the witch farm. So you're very loud, Portal. Stop shouting. Either I'll finish this tunnel or I'll finish the witch farm. It depends on which resource I get more of, which one I get quicker. Oh, I just realized I hadn't showed you this, the coordinates on the bottom of the screen. That's the only reason I didn't get irretrievably lost in the nether repeatedly. It's another one of the data packs that I grabbed from Vanilla Tweaks. I believe it's trigger CH toggle. Turns it on and off. Okay. Has been turned off. And then I can just do it again and turn it back on. Very, very, very handy, especially in the nether. And for, like, coordinating, linking nether portals and stuff. It's pretty awesome. That way I don't have to leave this up all the time. Anyway, I will get back with you again when I have more to update. Well, I would say the witch farm is working. I can't explain to you why I'm getting so many non-witch mobs. I thought I was very careful about using the bounding box of the witch farm, but apparently not. I get a lot of stuff that's not witch drops, but I haven't built the collection system yet. But I left myself just boxed in on top of that water all night, and as you can hear from that laugh in the background, the witches are coming through. So, well, the laugh and the drops. I mean, we're getting plenty of witch drops. But I mean, clearly I did something wrong. But it's working. I still have a lot of the outside to build because I have a lot more concrete powder that I need to make. But let's see. I mean, it's already super tall. I just have to double it. I'm not sure if I showed you the platform when it was about half as high as it is now, but I was getting just nothing. No spawns. I moved the platform up here, and then I had to, obviously, I had to make a drop chute and then a lift chute. Actually, I'll show you what I did down here. Oh, that's loud. Let me fix that. Wow. Those pistons are so loud. Okay, so I lined the entire drop chute in glass because I didn't want them landing on the platform or hitting a piece of wall while it was under construction or anything else. And then I just put a hopper sticking into a dispenser. And then I have something similar to the melon farm where I have a comparator that reads the dispenser state. So when there's something in the dispenser, the comparator comes alive, powers the block, depowers the torch. When the torch is powered, it keeps this redstone line powered to stop this clock. But when there's something in the dispenser, this redstone torch depowers, turns off this redstone, and then this clock can tick. And when this clock is ticking, this is ticking, powering this block, powering the dispenser. So it goes spit, 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 and spits all the things out into this water column, powered by soul sand, that pushes everything up. And that's how it's going to go through to our sorting system. Right now, as everything goes quiet, this is the off switch. So I think I may have showed you this, but I'm not really positive. If I haven't shown you this, then basically what happens is this switch turns off or on a piston. I can't remember which direction I did it, but I have sticky pistons with redstone blocks that push or pull into place to either power or depower redstone lines that feed the clocks that I've got that are pushing the pistons back and forth. So all 3 layers of this have a clock that shifts the piston floor back and forth. And when I flip the switch, it pushes a redstone block in to permanently power one side of that and shut the system down. And then when I turn it off, it retracts that redstone block, and the whole system starts back up. Once the items get launched up here, I'll have all the items come up into a stream that will flow all the way around in a full circle and go over hoppers that I will set up to filter. I plan on having, I think, chests here and chests here. And then this will be our nether portal area, our staging area. We could put down shulker boxes to gather things out of the chests. And I have room, in theory, for 11 items on either side. So I'm wow, that stuff really shoots high. What I'm planning on doing is having all of the mob drops on one side and sugarcane on the other side, because I would like to make a flying machine sugarcane farm down there, like multi-layer, very tall, and I'm going to have all of the sugarcane hopefully get shot into this same water stream as I'm gathering items and they're flowing through the sorting system. If there are too many items for a hopper to pick up, they will continue to flow around because I plan on having the water 100% loop back on itself, and that'll probably be most useful for the sugarcane because I will have a lot of layers of that and it will probably fill up pretty quick. Man, they are... I better sleep before phantoms come in. I've been AFK all night. I just left the game running all night, and I'm sure it's been too many sleeps. Yeah, I will hopefully be able to make a pretty big storage system, because I see spending plenty of time here to gather up redstone, gunpowder, glowstone, all the other things that we need. And clearly this thing is a success. That's one night, and we're looking pretty good so far. So, I will let you know when I've got the collection system put together. For now, I may need to take a break from this witch farm because I spent hours and hours yesterday down underground lighting up an abandoned mineshaft system that was just endless, and it connected to at least 2 ravines. So, I'm a little burned out, but I'll get back with you. Shut up. I'm talking to Josh. I'll get back with you when I have the collection system in place. The item collection system is finished. So, I didn't plan this perfectly, but it worked out beautifully. The water from the item elevator runs right here along the corner. Got a block of ice to keep the items moving, and then it joins this loop that purely by chance happens to be the perfect size and shape. Each of these water L's is 8 blocks. And then I've got a sign and ice block to keep the water from flowing the wrong direction, keep the items moving in the right direction, and it just loops endlessly. Now, I couldn't build as many item stacks as I wanted because, for one, we needed to place the ice here in the middle to keep items flowing. And for the other, the lift and drop chutes got in the way of the redstone circuitry that I needed to build for the filters. Now let me see if I can show you this circuitry. So each hopper has just some planks in it, and then whatever item I want it to collect. The hopper state is read by a comparator, and I don't know what it is about Minecraft hoppers and redstone, but when there are 45 items in a hopper, it's just the right amount of power to send power through a redstone line like this that then passes down to... I know it's hard to see, but there's a repeater there feeding into this block. Now, there's not enough power going through for the repeater to power this block and depower the torch, unless a 46th item gets in there. Then it depowers the torch, which is currently locking... Is this hopper? I think it's one of these hoppers. The hopper locks because of the redstone torch, and it won't drain any more of these items. I'm probably explaining this wrong, but that's how I understand it. I saw this in, I think it was a Mumbo Jumbo video in an older season of Hermitcraft, and I've been using this method of item filtration ever since. It's beautiful, and even when I ran out of room, I could only build one stack here before the item elevator got in the way. I managed to squeeze one more stack in by just turning it sideways. So that worked out really, really well. I've got 3 over here. Now, all of these, because I am getting more than just witch drops, I set this up for all of the mobs that are spawning in. And then I've got more of the witch items over here. And then the last couple, we've got bottles and spider eyes here. These 3 are all empty. Or should have been. I don't know what that is. Okay, so I'm going to have to investigate that. I don't know why those are not empty right now. But, yeah, no, I've got my... Can I get to that? Yeah, those shouldn't... How the hell? What? Anyway, those 3 are empty right now. And as you saw, I just have 5 planks to keep it locked off. All 3 of them should be locked off right now. Once I get the sugarcane farm built, that's where all the sugarcane's going to go. Even with my volume turned down so far, it's just so loud. This is where the clock is for the dropper. Is it a dropper or a dispenser? I called it a dispenser last time, but I'm not really sure. I know that shape's indicative of which it is, but I don't remember, and it doesn't matter. Anyway, that's there to protect from water because I've already had several water spills from building the item streams up there, and at least once that clock circuit got destroyed, and at least 2 or 3 times I had to dive down here and try to place blocks to catch the water from spilling in this corner. Ever since then, I have been protecting my redstone a little bit better, and now that the upstairs is done, I came down here, I cleaned it up, and I installed myself a water elevator so that I don't have to fly all the way up anymore. But we're going to build level after level after level of sugarcane farm down there. I don't know how many I'm really going to build. I don't know how many we need. But I figure why have the space unless you're going to use it? And I really love the idea of this giant towering monolith just out in the middle of the swamp. So I got it built up about as high as I wanted it. I got it all solid concrete instead of concrete dust? Powder? Whatever. Anyway, I haven't put the roof on yet because I wasn't sure if I wanted to roof over this. And now I'm kind of thinking this glass tube on the outside ruins the perfect lines of a monolith. I might just enclose this. We'll see. We'll see. I might just get lazy and leave it because it's good enough. But we have still our portal and entrance and staging area down here. We've got the perfect water stream that wraps around. We've got the redstone circuits in place for 13 collection systems, and I think that's good enough. I think we've got all of our witch drops. We've got enough extra for sugarcane. We will be able to build any redstone circuits we need based on the redstone that we collect. We'll be able to make as many rockets as we need with the gunpowder drops from the witches and creepers coming through, and whatever sugarcane we collect. And then we've got glowstone for days. We've got sugar for whatever you use sugar for, and then we've got endless everything else. I mean, more spider eyes than we'll ever need, more glass bottles. Most of that stuff is garbage, and it'll probably just be wasted or thrown out, but I can bring over some villagers if I want, and set them up in the corner. I imagine this is enough space to trap a handful of villagers, and we can just trade them zombie flesh. I don't know. We'll see what we do from there. I know it's a little bit cramped in here. There's not quite as much room as I was expecting, but, I mean, this is just the place to come get our stuff and AFK overnight if we need to. And I'm going to put a roof on this so it's safe from phantoms. I will probably leave this open so I have a staging area to fly out of if I need to, or to come land if I'm out flying anywhere. But I can't imagine I'll have much call to leave this place. So, I don't know, maybe. I like the idea of having a hangar door that I can just fly into. But the fact that it's as tight quarters as it is makes this big a door seem pointless. Anyway, I'll I'll get back with you once I've got some sugarcane farm going on, and then we can see how this place really works during a good AFK session. I gotta admit, buddy, this place is, like, creepy dark. Even finishing the roof was damn impossible because I couldn't see the blocks at night when I was doing it to place them. I mean, I know it's safe because all the spawnable areas are lit pretty well, but anyway, I decided to extend the wall and enclose the whole drop chute inside the monolith. But holy shit, is it creepy looking. It's just there's still some water falling from where I had to wet some more concrete powder. Ooh, it's imposing at the very least, and I'm still working on flying. Yeah, I got to do something about making this place look more hospitable because, ooh, for the time being, I can get down here, and I can't accidentally fall in. So that's nice. And I gotta work on that. I keep descending way too fast, and either almost killing myself or actually killing myself. I have died on this floor at least twice. I realized that I didn't give you updates as we built, so I wanted to show you the inside of this witch farm. It's going to be kind of tight quarters because it's all built, and I did not care to make it look pretty because I didn't expect to be down here. But this is the bottom of the drop area. There's one of our shifting floors, our bottom layer of floors. The water just sweeps everything into a little drop chute that pushes through a tunnel there and goes up to our lift chute that I've already showed you. Moving up, here is our clock that activates the floors. It's based on an observer instead of the redstone torch that we used for the dropper clocks. And it powers both sides of pistons. And I used a lot of repeaters to offset the timing so that the pistons are pushing on opposite times. I'm sure this is not the most efficient design out there, but I did all of this myself without any kind of tutorial or walkthrough, so I'm kind of proud of it. Now this design is identical on all 3 floors, so I'm not going to try to worm my way up through this mess of dirt to show you that. But this is our off switch that I showed you. I know that I described it kind of poorly from up there, but that's where the switch is, above that redstone block and above the piston that's holding onto it. When I flip that switch, as I described, it pushes this redstone block down, and it does something like this. It pushes the redstone block down, powers some redstone that, well, this is the bottom layer, and for some reason I had to do it differently here. I'm not sure why, but pushes redstone block into place, powers some redstone dust, and it pushes the redstone block to permanently power the clock so that everything freezes and can't keep flashing like it is right now. And then when I flip the switch to turn the farm back on, it retracts all the redstone blocks. Once again, I did all of this myself. I'm sure that there are much more intelligent on-off switches, but I was able to figure out how to do all 3 layers all by myself. I'm a big boy. I'm a redstone person now. It's not pretty. It's not pretty, but it's mine. Now I have to figure out how to get out of here again. I finished off this stretch of the nether tunnel. I remember saying when I showed you the initial progress that I wasn't going to go out and just dig for blackstone, because that would be incredibly tedious. But I wanted to do something that didn't require any kind of recording or talking or really thinking, so I just went out and mined a shit ton of blackstone, and now it goes straight from our base to the witch farm in a nice couple of nice straight lines. I will eventually build a tunnel straight from here to the portal to the end But for now, we've got a decent shot. I could just fly over there through this tunnel that we dug, and even if I don't have rockets, I can just walk through the Nether Fortress, and that's fine. But I would like to eventually link it up with a straight tunnel, something relatively safe like the one to the witch farm. And oh, that's a skeleton. I better take care of him. Oh, there's a couple of them here. I do need to get skulls from them. I haven't gotten even a single skull from these guys yet. I would like to get a wither and a beacon eventually. But that's not why we're here. We were talking about tunnels. So yeah, I would like to eventually build a tunnel that goes straight to the end portal. And I would also like to eventually have something of a nether hub, and then we can go straight up to the roof to build our gold farm and have something better than this for piglin trading. I mean, we'll get to that when we get to it. I'm not stressed about it. I would really like to have automated piglin trading and automated gold farm and everything, though. So that probably won't wait too much longer. I would like all of the resources that piglin trading gets us. You know, any amount of automation is going to benefit us in the long run. And the nether hub isn't going to look like this necessarily. This was just something I did with what resources I had and a decided lack of creativity. I hope to make it a lot more attractive once we actually build up an actual hub. I did an overnight AFK check. Just hid myself in this corner and buried myself. You know, just in case. Even though this should be a safe place, you never know what'll happen. And really the only thing that happened is that when I came back, there were 4 pigmen wandering around in here. So I had to get rid of them. So we're going to do our overnight AFK check. Okay, alright. We've got a respectable amount of witch drops, it looks like. And looks like we had plenty of skeletons overnight, plenty of zombies overnight, and oh, hell yes. Well, that's fucking fantastic. I mean, that's like the main reason we built this farm, right? We got all the gunpowder we'll ever need. I could do with a little bit more redstone, I think, but this isn't bad. The dusts are looking decent. We've got more glass bottles and spider eyes than we can shake all of these sticks at, and this is great. This is such good news. I think I'm going to get that sugarcane farm started, and we'll see what happens down here. Alright, buddy, that's going to do it for this episode. That witch farm is a resounding success. I am so happy. We are going to be good to go on gunpowder and so many other resources for the foreseeable future. We are starting to become completely self-sufficient, and we won't need to rely on some kind of Stone Age hunter-gatherer mentality for very much longer for anything. We are well on our way to automating our lives into project territory. We are going to get started on some big projects very soon. I'm thinking we're going to get started on the city before we even know it. But I will talk to you soon, brother. I miss you.